The Earth systems and communications of algorithms are changing everything through location centers. Everything through the acting cycles are changing everything through their algorithms, and a lot of program divisions are changing so many cycles for divisions. The communication line signals are acting through so many communications of the Earth, everything through the universal system, everything through the galaxy system, everything through all universal sets. So it's understanding that the Earth and the dimensional set system, our algorithm programs are changing through the digital formats. Our scanning systems are changing everything through iris subdivisions. Everything through all communications of ourself is changing all our communications of the chakra systems. Now you can understand that if I stay in the light, you're going to see the full complexion of my light formation system. So that's why I'm standing back. But you actually see the outer circle. It's kind of like working Mindy where you see the eggshell, right? But it's a blue plasma. You can actually see it. See that? See that right there? Okay, I'm always in a plastic bubble. So the more you understand light is everything through communication. It gives you everything through strength. It gives you everything through focus. It gives you awareness and consciousness of everything that you do. So when you get up in the morning and you see yourself in that bubble. You're in that constant bubble. Okay, that's your protection, right? So once you start seeing these things, with lights or anything through that communication, your algorithm programs will change through the dimensional Earth with all voice and grid patterns. I did that last night. So it's knowing how all the levels of vibrations are changing everything through it. You see, if I go any farther, see how powerful that light is? Remember I told you every single day, my face changes like you wouldn't believe. It's unbelievable what light does. And again, it's been raining ever since the last couple of days. And there's so much light that's coming into my face structure. That's understanding you have full, complete balance with light formation. So I have to stand back, because if I don't stand back, you guys are going to see my reflection of what I look like through light formations. It's grainy, it's sandy, and it's understanding that the levels are off-winning cycles, and the communications, electronic interference, everything through perception changes. But anyway, before I get started, I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers that have been watching my channel, Grand Rising, Force Rising. As we keep going with this, feel free to go through my emails and everything through donations, and all. It's all about understanding your ascensions and understanding where you're going through your ascensions. And it's all about you really, really getting a true understanding who you are. Because once you understand who you are, then you understand your light. See, this is powerful stuff, isn't it? Like, this is astronomical. Look, this is me in space. Look at my light. Look how powerful it is. Right? It changes coloration. So I have to stay out of the light. But when I stay out of the light, it doesn't matter. It's always there. See, there's always, and the orb has changed again. The coloration has changed. Changes through the algorithms, changing with the programs. It's per second, per second, per second. So if you get your hand information from here, 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 and here, and here, you have to realize the algorithm system, the digital format, is changing seconds per seconds per seconds per seconds. So it's kind of like if you're on the phone and you're talking to somebody, you can have a two-way call, a three-way call. Those algorithm programs are setting different locations, right? Extremely, extremely fast through rotation centers. So understanding your communications and your levels. See how it's changing again? Now it's blue. First it was brown, now it's blue. See? See that? Isn't that cool? Do you see the dome? Do you actually see it? It's pretty wild. So this is it. See how it changes? See the color from here to here, right? It's kind of like in a picture frame, right? This is my energy field. Okay. So if I'm still in the plastic bubble, but it's two different ranchals. So it's kind of like two different animals communicating through one center, through one system, through one digital number system. Okay, that's why it's so powerful to see these things. But look at that. See that? You can actually see the picture frame, right? Like that. See how it changes? Powerful stuff. So it doesn't matter where I go. wherever I see myself, I'm always in the light, right? So I have to stand back. If I don't stand back, it's too bright, you know? And there's always a way to find light. Light always finds you. That's communication. When you understand your communication of your digital frame into the simulation, you become so bright in the universal systems of all connections when it comes to all vibration. Okay? It's really, really, really powerful stuff. And like I said, you see the archetypes come in, you see everything through all divisional levels of oracle divisions, septical systems, of solar flare divisions, blue plasma force, electronic force, starlights, mechanisms of coloration systems, everything through that connection. Today is a really good day. Basically, a platitude division, a link down below, 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Desi Kadra is doing a live for Decoding the Matrix with myself and Jerome Headley. So you guys don't want to miss it. 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be on today, so that's going to be really fascinating. It's all about decoding the matrix, movies that come across what is fabrication, what is fake, or what is real. What is real to space? What is real to time? What is real to the mind system? What is real to the subconscious system? What is real to anything through its focus, awareness, and everything through its algorithm? So, like I said, there's a lot of people that don't understand what space and time is until they get balanced with themselves and their lights. Okay? All right? So, and the problem is, it's not the computer, it's the light. It doesn't matter where I go or where I set myself. See now? See, now it's white. See it? And if I stand back, it changes color. See? And now there's two, one here and one here. See that? That's a planet. See the planet? There's one. There's my plasma. There's the planet. So you can understand where you're flowing. You can understand where you're flying. You're constantly flying, right? If I do this, okay, you can see it, right? You can actually see. It's really amazing stuff when you see these things, right? I'm inside, outside, but I'm inside. I'm on two differentials of space, and I'm kind of communicating on so many levels because, like I said, I'm changing the algorithm computer systems of its Earth's surface. The algorithm and its program is set on so many locations. So you have the outer surface of the Earth, right? And then you have the inner core, right? And then you have the central system, and then you have the commanding center. The complicated system and everything through the circle. Everything has an eye circle. An eye circle is its controlling system. That's a laser point division where it has its center point through its atom system, right? So when you understand every planet has a communication center, we have been through this before. So it's understanding everything is connecting on an algorithm. Okay, everybody knows what that is. I watched a really, really powerful movie yesterday on Netflix. It just came out on Wednesday. It's called Social Dilemma. And it talks about everything about algorithms and how we are constantly using social media, right? It's manipulation of social media, which means that they've set up algorithms and advertisements and anything like that. So if you click like, share, and all that, they want you to add, keep adding. So if you press something, they'll put something up that makes you more interesting. So it's a money grab. That's what it is. It's all about making money, right? And you don't get benefit from it, which is really sad. So it's kind of social media manipulation. That's what it is. It's really, really fascinating. I think, I don't want to give too much about it, but it's really, really powerful movie. It talks about everything about all programs, apps, Google, anything through that, right? Because we kind of like social distance ourselves because we don't know who we are. So what do? We go to the platform of social media, right? Because we don't know how to do anything else, right? Our life is based on this. That is sad alone, all right? How many times can you actually just sit yourself down and not look at your phone? How long does it take for you not to just touch your phone, right? It's very hard to do, right? So it's knowing that it's programmed, okay? So anything that you touch, notifications or anything, everything comes up, right? So it's all about a money game, and it keeps going up in investment. So the corporations and all that are making so much money, and you're not making any. What are you making from it? You're not making any money. They're making the money. So it's social manipulation, right, through media. And that's been going on for decades and decades and decades and decades. So they got to change the algorithms. I changed the Earth's surface. I changed the algorithm system. I changed the computer systems. So my voicing grids are controlling through commanding force, through its power grids. Everything through its connection is force grading cycles now. The writing cycle is everything through communication of its algorithm. The digital formats and everything, the scanning system are all set up. So the social plan and everything through the media plan is changing everything, which is really, really powerful stuff. So, and right now, your body systems are changing into, I don't know if you saw the YouTube platform, the picture where it saw, see the numbers come in, right? Different algorithms, different programs. So you want to be free, knowing that you can do anything you want and not worry about who you are, right? You don't want to be manipulated. You want to have that social distance and know that you can be just okay, knowing that everything's going to be all right with you. I think that's the most important thing that people have to understand is how to keep that power, how to keep that focus and awareness and the consciousness. It's the focus, awareness, and consciousness that you live every single day. Okay, you live that every single day when you get up in the morning. It's what you do with your thoughts. Now, if you get up in the morning and you do your regular routine and you pick up your phone, right? If you pick up your phone, you're now connecting through the social media, right? Because you don't know what else to do. That's how we're programmed. That is a program. That is an algorithm. That's a social media program. Okay. So if you get out of that program, you can record yourself, right? If you can recode yourself, you can change your algorithms. You can change your space. You can change your time. You can change your alignments back into fragmentations. Get out of its decode methods, right? Get out of those virus systems. Get into new programs, right? That's what you want. New alignments, new centers, new location, new coloration, new vibration, right? You want to center yourself. You don't want to, if it's okay, like there's a certain point where you have social media in a way that you can look at it as in a good point, but that you don't want to spend too much time on that because that's what we fall into. It's a trap. Okay. We don't want to fall into that trap, right? So because they don't know what to do with themselves. So what do is they go to the media, right? They go to the news, right? Because that's all they know. Right? So it's knowing that the corporations are controlling humanity's social media for many, many, many decades. So all that is changing. And for all that to change, the vibrations have to change. The algorithms stuff, your digital framings have to change. Your scanning systems have, your perceptions have to change. Your colorations, your pixels, your digital of your projection of your reception divisions, anything through. You're a TV monitor, and like I said, they're looking at you as you're looking at them, right? But knowing that the fact is that you have to see yourself. You guys are being controlled, plain and simple, through the social media. Now, I don't know if you know that, but there's people that are controlling that, right? And they're being making money from it. They set up their IPAs, they set up their IPOs, they set up their addresses, they set up their algorithms, they set up the computer data systems, they set up their websites. What do you got? Right? Money in the bank. Okay, you got money in the bank, right? So I recommend that you watch it. It's very, very powerful on Netflix. It's called The Social Dilemma. And I think you'll catch up a lot. You know, it will really open up your eyes. You'll see, whoa, this is intense. You know? Now, it's not an individual circuit system when it comes to population. It's all about social media. It's what you believe and what you don't believe. Okay? So when what you believe, what that happens if it's an advertisement or a like or a dislike or anything like that, as soon as you press that button, they're going to put advertisements, and that's money in the bank for them. Okay. The only thing you get out of it is something that they put up. That's all it is. That's controlling. That's manipulation, right? That's controlling the social media system, right? Through humanity. Okay. So things have to change now. The algorithms have to change. The voicing grids of the dimension Earth has to change. The colorations, the environments, the horticultural, the farms, everything through grass, everything that's going on through the waters and all that, right? I mean, humanity's been destroying in waters, putting stuff in the waters, toxic levels, destroying the fish. There's a lot of things that have to change, right? We have to cleanse the earth, right? We have to love the earth, love thyself, love thy earth, love thy community, love humanity. And that's what people have forgotten, right? But we got to get out of the social media. We really, really do. Don't focus so much on that. Focus on what you want out of life, right? Become who you want to become. You can be successful in anything that you want to do through your journeys or missions, but it's totally up to you, right? It's totally up to you and what you do with that. These are the important things that you have to look at when it comes to all situations, because the situation of yourself is very important to everything through division, right? We've been through that before. But see what I mean? As soon as I step up, look at that. Look how powerful it is. It's so amazing when you see the light, right? It becomes more light, see? Pretty powerful stuff. And you can actually see, the plasma, right? Look at that. Hello. See? But you see it, right? You see the plasma, you see the force field? Because it's incredible when you're in space. So just be cautious on that. Don't pay so much attention to everything that you see and hear and feel and do, because 99.9% is all BS. That 1% is true. 1%. It's the 1% that wants to stay above the pyramids, but the 1% is coming down now. And that's the new matrix that's coming in. So dark is coming up with new ideas and say, well, what are we going to do now? Let's add this. Let's add that to the social media. Let's scare humanity through its fear, right? So you believe it. As soon as you start believing it, it changes your algorithm. It changes your program sets, right? So don't get caught in the trap. That's all. That's what you guys have to do, is don't get caught in your situations that you're in when you're dealing with social media. It's very important. Okay. So I'm going to use a black interface. Now, this is understanding. This is me every day. Okay. Wherever you go, once you understand where you are through division, you know exactly that you actually see it, right? It's powerful stuff. That's my energy field. Okay. So my energy field is this. Okay. Every day, every single day. And now right beside it, I don't know if you can see it, but it's very faint, but you can actually see the planet. Here's the planet. There is right there. Okay. So you can actually see the plasma. You can see where I'm at. This is my planet, 10 billion years. And this is me in the plasma energy force. Okay. So I'm traveling right now because I'm on the communication levels of Dimension Earth. I'm setting new computer algorithm systems to digital frames, and it's changing the receptacle systems every through the center core division of the Earth's surface. All right, so basically this is what it looks like, screen, right here and here. So you can see it, right? You see the planet, it's very faint. So it's really powerful stuff, okay? It's amazing what light does. Light is communication to everything, right? It's amazing when you see these things because everything is connected to the geometry system, okay? And then it goes into the affinity circles, affinity system, the eighth, number 8, most powerful communication through vortex division, anything through location. So basically, you have the Earth here, okay? So you can pretty much be anywhere in any division. Okay, so this is what it's like now. Okay, so I'm here. This is my planet. This is dimensional Earth. Okay, so I'm sounding tones. I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing. I'm sounding tones through my laser mechanisms, right? Communications here. Voice and grid patterns go to the dimensional Earth. Okay, that's what's happening right now at this very second. My voice and grids. Remember, you don't have to do anything through play mechanisms of anything through the past. You always remember that you're in the presence of its time. So once you understand that, you know exactly where you are through its dimension. So my voice and grid patterns are communicating right now with the dimensional Earth. because I see the earth. And when you see the earth, you see your planet. When you see the planet, you see the plasma, right? So that's what light gives you. Light gives you the plasma. Now, it's understanding when you get up to that perception, then you see everything through its energy fields, its energy force, its energy system, the energy traction divisions through security line defense. That opens up all communications. Now, I'm talking more of a computer now, but you understand I'm extremely fast through locations through my biolocators. Okay, I'm never, ever still. I'm always on so many different levels of planets. Okay, you see different colorations. Like yesterday, I was on a different planet. You could see that because I was flying around and you saw all the blue flaming, all those orbs that were coming in, right? The source recognitions of everything, right? And the one before that, okay? That's telling you exactly where you are through communication of balance. So you know exactly where you are through space and time. Okay, so you have to know where you are in space and you have to know everything through time codes, time frequencies, right? So I know exactly where I am with my planet and communicating through dimensional Earth, okay? So the light signals and everything through the algorithm of its voicing grids with its power grid system is changing everything through location. It's changing humanities through its algorithms, okay? So it's putting new number frames, new digital play, new dream sets, okay? It's putting new formats of new contracts. That's the matrix. Okay, we got into the matrix. So every time you go up to high-rise divisions, you have to go through the matrix every single time because light and dark are always going to be fighting through the spiritual system. So the light communications that come through my voicing grid sets patterns in so many pattern divisions like this. Okay, it's really, really powerful stuff. Okay, it's changing the algorithms, changing the colorations, everything, right? So we split the dimensional Earth in 4 sections. Now we put the XT thousands in the pyramid activations and everything through the energy domes, the coloration in the galaxy system. That's the galaxy centers. So the voicing grid patterns goes to the dimension Earth. Okay. So when you understand what's going on through communication, right, you understand more your algorithm program through its settings. Right. But that's what's happening right now. Okay. It's incredible to see these things. And I'm showing you on a computer screen. You actually see the plasma and you actually see the planet that I'm on, right? It's pretty amazing stuff. And my planet is nothing but digital. Okay, this is my planet. I'll show you guys. Some numbers, number sequence, everything. Remember, it's bringing it down to one number. 7, 8, 3. Okay, just starts off that. There's the numbers, right? Now you have to understand the energy fields. I got energy fields like you wouldn't believe. So many energy fields. It's crazy what I have. So I have circle rotations like this. Okay, it's really complicated, but that's it there. Okay, that's 10 billion years into the future. Digital screen through a planet location, through rotation centers. Okay, all communication through digital frame. Okay, so the concentration levels that you have to understand is everything through your chakra system. We've gone through that before. Now, I want the team to get into higher levels of chakras because there's 114. So it's all about turning all the lights on in your body system. And everything's controlled through a number. Okay, that's why you guys are seeing numbers in your dream sets. The dream sets, intelligence come to you. So it's intelligent framings, okay, through intelligent line signals through digital systems that are communicating through your mind system. That's where you're able to come up with these patterns. So you're getting all these sequencing numbers, but it doesn't make any sense to you, right? All you have to understand that this is intelligence trying to communicate through you, through its number. Because it's framing on so many levels. Remember I was talking about the zoning commissions when you get into the biotherium? Well, the zoning commission is its application. They come into the interface of the moon interface, which is the new order, and the sun interface, which is its portal. Okay. So the higher you go through all location, the more you understand everything through your chakra system. Because you guys are pretty much knowing how powerful it is to get into those 12 centers, the 12 Godheads. Now, once you get into that, you go into higher levels. So once you get into the higher atmospheres, your numbers change. Your body system changes. Your plasma energy system changes. Your algorithm changes. Your program setting changes. Your digital frame changes. Okay? Your pixel activation through your colorations of your electronic interference through your cloud interference changes. Everything changes through atmospheres. Everything changes through the mind. Everything changes through the thoughts. Okay? But it's incredible how you see that. Look at that. You can actually see the planet right here, and you can actually see the plasma. See how powerful it is? It's amazing, isn't it? Now, you guys see it as a different color. But in retrospect, you really have to understand its applications when it comes into your body frames. So it's how to communicate with your digital system, because the digital system is the communication simulation of lights. That's how I'm able to see these things. That's how you're able to see this, because it's light reflecting. It's light reflecting, and it's communicating through my digital body. The digital body is communicating through the plasma. The plasma is communicating through electronic interference. And it's also communicating on the speed winds that I'm going through, light speed, right? But when you see a plasma, and then when you see the actual, see that? You can see it, right? I wanted to show you how powerful it is when you actually see a planet and you actually see the plasma, right? So, and if I go in, right? Okay, there. See how powerful that light is? See? That's why I have to stay back. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what I do. Light always finds a way to shine, okay? Even if it's dark, because if it's dark, your plasma turns on when it comes to your light formations, your activation lights. So it's knowing how to operate your whole body and mind system completely through all planets of intelligence. That's how you get into everything, through divisions, okay? So that gives you a basic understanding of what I'm doing right now. Okay, and the sounding waves are going into dimensional earth, and it's changing its voice and grid patterns. It's changing humanity through its algorithm systems. It's changing everything through the formats, okay? So it's really getting tapped into the digital world that we're trying to get into, right? You know, I mean, people are just trying to get into their ascensions right now. They're not really understanding, you know, everything that's going on. The first thing you have to know is to know that how to get out of the controlling system of you and get into the controlling system of just yourself. You control everything. Don't let anything else control you. You just want to, you know, control what you have in front of you, side, back, and side of you, or anything through up and down, or anything through sequences, or anything through traveling mechanisms. Okay? So it's very important to know these things, right? But I think it's powerful alone. Every time you see a video on me, you see me in different views. You see me in different locations. You see me in different intelligence. Okay, you see me in a plasma bubble. Look at that. See? And there's the planet. So it's incredible force when you get into recognizations and everything through vibration. Energy, frequency, vibration, harmonics, and you get into patterns when it comes into prime numbers. Now, the prime numbers are everything through digital system. That body frames everything through calculation modification. The intelligence that gives you these numbers, okay, are in chronological order. Now, you just have to understand where they're coming from each realm. Okay, so if you're getting 5 patterns of electronic interference, 5 waving cycles of electronic divisional levels of line signals, this is where it gets complicated, guys, because this is understanding that, you know, everything that is said to you is understanding everything that is understanding to you. Hopefully that makes any sense. But you got 5 patterns, okay? Okay. Of number sequences. Now, those sequences alone allows you to see different lights, different communications. So it interforces connection with other intelligence of other lights through coloration patterns. It sets your core centers, okay, through balance. So it's knowing how to get friendship, relationship, and partnership with anything through lights, or anything through a plasma, or anything through a planet. Okay? So that's what you got to get into. You get into 5 patterns. So let's say it's 1, 6, 5, 5, 3, and you get 2, 6, 4, 3, 1. It doesn't matter if it's up and down. All you have to know that it's already in chronological order. The intelligence wants you to understand how to use this through crop circles, crop cycles. Everything through a number is a different location through dimension. So you understand the callings of 1, the callings of 6, the callings of 5, the callings of 3, especially if they come in 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? You know they're all communications, but you have to know where they're coming from, right? The most powerful communications of intelligence, okay, is 1, 1, 1, 1. That's a portal, okay? 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, that's communications to the angelics. 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, now that's communication of line communications into space. So everything that I give you is a different atmosphere system. Okay, so that's how it starts, right? So this is a portal, angelics, line communications to space. So if it's 3, 3, 3, 3, it's a full communication cycle in a 1-round division. If it's 3, 4, 5, 6, you're communicating with more than one intelligence through line signals. Do you understand? It's getting more complicated now, but you have to understand the communications with yourself through your audio gamma signals, right? So remember, if it's all the same, it's one big realm. If it's 3, 4, 5 different numbers that are different, it's communications of other intelligence through realm divisions. So you have to understand how to use these things, because everything that is given to you is in chronological order. Because people are coming to me, Commander, saying, Commander, I'm getting these numbers. What does it mean? Is it in line sequence? I want to know how I get into the wave patterns in my digital system. So if you're getting 1, 6, 5, 5, 3, different intelligence. So you have to understand the 1. You have to understand the 6, the 5, and the 5 and 3. Okay? Because these are all different locations of vibrations. 1 is a different vibration, 6 is different, 5 is 5 and 3. But you understand why they all come in all sequence, 4, 4, 4, 4, right? Right. A lot of people get that, right, on their radios or anything like that. Okay. So everything that you see here is a portal. Okay. Anything that you see other than what you see here, if you see a number and it's a different number, you have to understand how to put everything in its prime numbers. Once you get into the prime numbers, now you can communicate through XTs or anything through space, okay? Anything through location, through vibration of energies, through frequencies. The harmonic resistance will show you exactly what you need to do when you get into the number frames. So the mind frame has to be calculated and modified through balance. Your body frames have to be modified, calculated through balance. And your soul recognition has to follow its path when it comes to the line divisions of securing line defense through number sequences. Right? So anything like this is a portal, right? So it's extremely complicated stuff, but complicated is good, right? Nobody said that space was easy. But once you go into higher divisions of atmospheres, now you're coming in more into patterns of numbers, sequences, because we got out of the shapes. We got a little bit into the letters. Letters are just a formation when it comes into communications of crop circles, crop cycles. So if you get a letter, let's say you get an A, okay, and then you get a C, okay. So you understand what this represents before it's put down on paper. Once you understand its representation and you understand what C is, so this is atmosphere calculation. Now, how do I know that? It's because I know exactly what intelligence I'm communicating with. Same with the number. So maybe that will help you out. So you have to understand, everything through number is intelligence. Okay? So if it's all the same number, it's in a realm, it's in a portal, one portal. It's not that complicated. So you communicate with 4 or 5 different intelligence, right? Now, if you get an identification, right, a self-identification through a coloration pattern, that's communication of a planet through intelligence. So, but once you get into the atmosphere's calculation, what happens is you take it out of its equation, and then it becomes a higher formation, right, of a letter. So it's all about understanding where you're coming from through intelligence, right? Because everything in the mind frame is already set. It's already there. It's just putting it down on paper. And that's how you communicate, all right? It's complicated more now, especially the team, because the team is trying to understand the numbers and what the sequences and what are all these waving patterns? What's the weather patterns? Because we've got into these things, remember? The waving lines, right? We got into this, you know? We got into these, right? These at the top. Weather, right? Point division. If there's a point, you know where the point is, right? That point is you. So it's in a direction of what's going on. So it's a location center through line division of 2 paraphrasing unit systems. Okay? And they look like squiggly lines, right? Now, if there's a point division there, okay, you're the point division. Remember, you're everywhere through formation. That's your atom system communicating with intelligence. So if there's 3 waving cycles, you know it's weather, right? Because its communication is coming from intelligence. So it's a weather formation, right? Now, you know water, right? Water's like this. Okay? Water's like this. You know that's water, right? It could be water, it could be weather water, but that's you right there. So you are in the framing system every single time, okay? So water containment system is a 1-line division of a point division. So that point division is you. So you are communicating with the water and the one of its line division, okay? So this is where it gets really interesting, okay? This is where, you know, you get into hieroglyphics, you get into pyramids or anything like that. And you have to understand another thing is very important, is how were pyramids made? People are asking, oh, made from aliens. Okay, well, technically, let's just go back here, because now we're thinking it's so done in detail, there's no way a human can make it. But see, the thing is, humans didn't make it. Okay. This is what it is. All right. So I'll show you that one more time. You're going to be fascinated. You're going to be blown away what pyramids are. Now, pyramids are put down on all systems and all locations. We put them in all divisions. You have them in Egypt. You have them all over the world. But you have to understand they're spaceships. Guys, they're spaceships. So it's the pyramids that are like this. Okay. Now they come in line down sequences like this. So they're kind of like rockets in the sky, but they platitude divisions and they come down into frame systems. So they get communication with the grounds, they get communication with the powers, and they get communications with all communications when it comes into solar giants energy systems through a planet location. That goes into its pyramid system. Pyramid system goes down into its division, and the pyramid system sets its core in its base system. Okay? That's how pyramids are made. They're already modified and calculated already. Okay? So it's really, really powerful stuff, how they go from here to here, down to here. Right? Grounds, powers. Because a lot of people want to know, how are they done in so much detail? But just in the ground formations, right? Comes into space atmosphere, into the power centers, into the gravity system. And they stay there. So we use them, okay, as communication signals through line division, through laser mechanisms. That's why we use pyramids, right? There's pyramids all over, okay? Everything that is put down on this dimensional earth is a communication signal. It's just understanding how to communicate from one to another, right? Okay, so now you know the platitude of pyramids. Okay, so this goes way, 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 way back. So it's fascinating stuff, and I want you guys to know the truth of how pyramids are put together, right? They're actually spaceships. So you know that because if you go to Egypt and you see these things, you see them, and you see the hieroglyphics, and you see the lines and all that, how the details all made at, right? It's not humans that have done it. It's next to impossible. It's space, guys. So you understand that, you know, anything in reality, and this goes way, way back why pyramids were made. You get into the pharaohs, you get into the meridians, you get into anything through Egyptians, right? Now, they have their prophecies and they have their gods. You know, every country has their gods. They have their beliefs, right? You don't take their beliefs away. But I want you to get a true understanding what happens with pyramids and how it's connected through location. Because it's the same thing when it comes to crop circles, right? Crop circles are put on the ground for a reason, right? So the geological system of space through digital forming, okay? You're graphing cycles through a connection to anything through a crop circle, through rotation of colorations, through line division. So you set up the crop circles in space already, and then you platitude and you bring it down, right? With the XT1000s, right? And then you use me through connection to formulate everything through a crop circle. Okay, and then I communicate back with the XT1000s and they sets up to new grounds, new countries, right? Same thing with pyramids. Okay. So the fine-tooth pyramids are the ones that you see, and there's other ones that what we've done is also we put energy into these people where, you know, you see these cement and the pyramids that are made out of rock and all that through formation, right? But you have to understand how it's connected through the grounds and how it's connected through the powers and how it's connected through the atmospheres, because it modifies everything through space and time. Okay, so pyramids are extremely, extremely important to us because we use them as so many levels of laser mechanisms. We use them as connections of the third eye. Okay, so when you're connecting and you're communicating through your chakra system, you're communicating right away with all pyramids in all country systems. That's how you're able to bilocate to everything through division of a planet. Now you guys know why you bilocate. How do you bilocate? Through a pyramid, right? So when you're in a pyramid like this, you are inside charging your mechanisms. Okay? Avatar, higher self, whatever. So the pyramid is activating your signals every single time you charge your mechanisms. And then it has laser connection that comes out. Okay? Right? That's why we have pyramids. Pyramids are connected through your third eye. Transmission lights, Mother Gaia, and then Father Space. So you have Father Space connecting to Mother Gaia of Earth. Okay? They come together through one line sequencing of one balance, through one center. Right? So you platitude divisions from a planet system to a pyramid system down to its rotation into the gravity system. Right? So we platitude pyramids on the grounds. Right? We use them as laser mechanisms. Okay? So they set out the signals, right? And circles like this. And when you close your eyes, you see it, right? You see the realm, right? That's connecting through your pyramids all over. So wherever you're connecting with, that pyramid is connecting to you. And wherever you travel, that pyramid is connected through you, right? Wherever you bilocate, that pyramid is connected through you, right? So that's the realm that it opens up. Circles and circles and circles and circles and circles, right? So it travels, it goes to that pyramid, then goes to another pyramid and another pyramid, depending on where you want to go, wherever you want to bilocate. If you want to go to England, if you want to go to Japan, if you want to go to Hawaii, right? You have to communicate through your third eye, right? Why do you think it's a triangle? Right? It's the eyes of everything. It's the eyes of all locations through your bilocated system. It communicates in all levels of pyramids, right? And then it comes into a realm through coloration, through your chakra system. Because each chakra system is a different color. So if you want to be in so many different places, right, you're going to communicate with so many pyramids. So it activates the pyramid, right, through your hieroglyphics or anything through numbers, letters, and shapes. That goes back into your mind system. That delegates in all levels of divisions of intelligence. That communicates through so many cycle rotations. That communicates to your digital system. So you have to understand the pyramid system and how it became its creation, right? All connected through the third eye with Mother Gaia, the eye of the lamp, the pharaohs, the meridians, right? The pharaohs are the ones that created the chakra systems, guys, right? I had to go there to create my own system, right? That's how I came in with the body simulator. I created my whole chakra system, right? So knowing that is communication through your pyramids. But you have to understand why you bilocate. When you bilocate, you're connecting through pyramids, through laser mechanisms, and it's traveling. You can go anywhere you want through your mind because your higher self or your avatar knows exactly what it's doing. Every single time it's in space. When it's in space, it's right away communicating with everything in the atmospheres, right? It's just controlling everything around you, right? So you understand everything through its information or anything through its digital system of its number system, okay? But it's powerful stuff when it comes to pyramids. So, but it all comes down to is that you're given energy. Everybody's given energy. It's what you do with the energy, right? It's a program. Everybody's a computer program. That's all we are. We just have to come down to one number, to one atom, to one system, one singularity line system, to a simulation pattern, right? Then we disappear and then we come into an evolution, to a revolution, to the communications of the Guards of Eden. Okay? Humanity has to come together through balance with themselves. Focus, awareness, consciousness. Those are the three main things that you do every single day. You have to have focus, you have to have awareness, and you have to have consciousness of everything. Everything. Okay? Through your life stream. Right? So, but it's fascinating to know what happens with pyramids and why they're connected, right? Because it's the third eye, right? It's the eye circle. It's the eye of its serpent. It's the eye of the cosmic flame. It's the sacred flame. It's the surrender. It's everything through your body system. It's everything through the mind, and it's everything through the soul of its recognition through its path. Okay? So it just wanders and wanders and wanders and wanders. Okay, let's use it's interesting. Two different colors here. Yeah, it's orange. Now, if you platted two divisions on two different location centers of space and time, you can see that one is different color from the next, right? But if you close your eyes, you notice that they're the same color. It's pretty fascinating stuff how it can trick your mind system. But this is orange and this is red. So when we get into that, or through anything through communication, right? Focus, okay, on everything. Okay. Be aware of everything. See how easy it is? It's just everything makes more sense to you why you do these things, right? Okay, focus, be aware of everything, okay, and then conscious of everything. Okay? Conscious of everything. Focus on everything, be aware of everything, conscious on everything. Okay. Those are the ones you use every day, 3 elements. Sky Force is everything through communication of yourself. So now you're coming into the digital frame, right? Because you're in cyberspace. You're getting into cybergenetics of yourself, cybernetics, and ethics, security line defense. You really have to know your controlling systems of everything through calculation. Modifies and integrates everything through location, right? These are the things you have to understand when it comes to all communications. So it's knowing that you have yourself, okay? Knowing everything about yourself, right? Fully and completely. Knowing that you have 3 rotation cycles in your body system. And you have 1 on the top of your head, right? So, and then you have your energy fields. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you have to know you have these things. This is what you use every day, right? So if you start seeing these things like this, then you understand the plasma. Right? That teleports you into space. So you got 3 waving cycles. The shoulder, and you got the midsection, and you got the lower section, right? Then you have your energy fields, and then you have your crown chakra, and then you have a solar connection around the neck, like that. That's what your dimensional system looks like. Okay? So understanding that, your chakra system, you understand everything through calculation. All right? Then you understand the 12 Godheads. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so there's 12 chakras right there, right? Okay? Now the sounding waves, you know that. It goes into space, security line defense, sonars, right? Okay? And then you have your plasma. Okay? You have your plasma. See? Now it's a circle, right? But because it's close to my planet, right? So you have to understand that my planet is a different vibration from my plasma. So my plasma has to understand its communication from this digital system. So because it's close to my planet, right? And you have to understand, you can pretty much travel anywhere through division, and the dimensional earth is below. So it's knowing how you use these things through the mind system, through calculation. Remember I was telling you about the metric system? Now you can transfer light of energy to any place, any location. It doesn't matter. From 10 billion years, you can go into the dimensional earth and set those locations through the algorithms of its energy. That energy travels into the dimensional earth. It changes everything through its system. Okay? So, understanding you're this every day. Okay? Then you understand that it's very important to know your chakra systems and how to use your biochemical systems. Okay? Your biochemical systems. Everything through that division. Okay? Here, right? Now, understanding your digital frames. Everything that you see is atoms of different intelligence. Okay, so you have to understand how to light signal this one, light signal this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So they all have to communicate all through the chakra system, all through your energy fields, all through your rotations, all through the plasma energy, all through your crown chakra, and sonar division of communication. All right? So you have to light everything up. And that's how you get light. See? So you have to connect everything all in one, right? You have to connect your algorithms, your program settings, your chakra systems, your colorations, your dimensions, your portals, your activations, your codes, your decoding methods, your mind thoughts, mind calculation, integration. every single day you use E equals MC square, right? But you know you're not in square. You know you're out of Hydron and into Cybergen X, cyberspace. So the more higher you go, the more harder it gets with the digitals, the framing, the calculation, modification. So instead of E equals MC square, you're coming into E equals digital. All right. So you're coming out of the square, okay, out of pi, out of helix, out of Hydron. Now you're coming into the digital, which is really, really complicated stuff because you're coming into the digital world. So you have to know what a plasma energy force is. You have to know what an energetic pattern through it into force connection of a light formation system is. You have to understand the chakra system through all communication rotations. You have to understand your perception in all divisions when it comes to your crown chakra division. You have to understand your digital frames when it comes to the biochemical system through your digital system. Okay? Everything has to light up your whole body. Okay? And then you get light. See? You get light. You get a plasma. Right? So, and it blends in its mixtures because my energy fields are blue, right? So you can see the blue, right? You see the blue? Okay. So if I do that, it's still there, right? So knowing where you are through space and time, you split the center, space, and here's time. So you got to ask yourself, you're in different colorations of patterns. So how do I line sequence everything through digital system of one balance through one location, right? So when you're in space and time, you have to be balanced when you travel. Because if you don't balance yourself out, you're not balancing your thoughts of communication. Okay? So, well, that's what it is. Getting to know who you are through division, through digital frames. Okay? That's one thing everybody's got to look at. It's important for everybody to understand these things, okay? Because, you know, I was watching Mind Valley with Nazim, and he's a pretty powerful guy. You know, he's come up with his thesis and his formulas and all that too. And he's got the right answers. And, you know, there's questions about, you know, if you're trying to understand the universal systems, what do? You go inside yourself. It's easy, guys. That's all you have to do is go inside yourself because everything through your molecule system is electronic. It's magnetic. It's a forcing information system that's trying to communicate to anything through algorithms or programs. That's how I'm able to heal humanity because I understand their program. I understand their setting. I understand their frequency levels. I understand their vibrations. I understand their past, present, and future. I understand their rotation centers. I understand their computer systems. I understand their scanning systems. I understand their mechapath systems. I understand their dream sets. That's AI information, right? So it's the algorithm of a view of its digital system. You have to get into the framing. That's what we're coming into now. And like I said, you guys are going to come into more number of sequences, right? So if anything is confusing to the mind, just come to me and I'll tell you exactly what you need to do, right? So it's getting balanced with your thoughts, okay? Because now you're communicating with numbers, right? If you're getting letters, come to me. If you're still getting shapes, come to me. Anything that you're coming, especially if you're going through your ascensions for the very first time, if anybody that's going through, you know, the beginnings. The ascension is the most important thing. But once you get into E equals MC square, it's how to get out of this equation and get into pi, get into helix, get into hydrogen, then get into digital system. Once you come into digital system, now you're communicating singularity of simulation through the consciousness of everything through vibration. Okay? So bring that to everybody's attention, how important it is to know these things, you know? So anyway, let's go through the questions here. Tina, Stephen, Lantern, Jules, Unified. Saw you as X-Men character last night. Oh, yeah. I was on X-Men. The first one with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I knew Brian Singer. Yeah, this guy's like, when I met him, he was like 20, 28, 30, 28, 29, early 30s, $80 million budget film. Yeah, I was supposed to do a stunt in that, but I got SSE instead, special skills extra. So it was pretty cool. But that was the first one I was in, the very first one. So that was way back. Jules, family, Jules. You guys are communicating out and back home. Yay. Just going through your questions now. So much is shifting in every way. Yep. A lot of things are shifting too. But like I said, if you guys are coming into number frames, come to me and I'll tell you exactly what you need to do. You guys have to know how to use your lights, how to communicate in space, how to communicate with digital frames, how to communicate with electronic interference, how to communicate with light interference, how to communicate with electronic interference, how to communicate with magnetic force interference. There's so many things that you guys have to communicate before you understand your lights, the communication through your chakra system. Okay? Especially knowing your algorithms. So. Yeah, she sees the planet. Yeah. Last night in my dream, I was dreaming we were changing algorithm systems. Yep. Yep. It wasn't a dream. That was me doing it. Yeah. So basically, because you're connected through me through alignments, you'll see everything that I do, right? You even see me in person doing these things. Allocated positions and other stuff. Okay. Dream sets, future totallys, starting to make sense. Okay, so Starseed's understanding intelligent digital frames. Now she's got to understand the realm divisions through the portal activations. 12 chakras happening. Yeah, I want you guys to get out of the 12 chakras and get into higher formations. So pyramids are spaceships. Yep. Communication, interesting. So the whole thing with mummies, Egyptians, pyramids is all fake, right? No. Mummies are very real. I don't know if you know the whole history with that. The reason why they put mummies in a casket through a mummy, and then they put the, the creative system with in the oak frame, right? They put those in for good luck, right? And then they become a god. So that's the reason. It's good luck. That's what it's all about, mummies. So you put them in a casket, right? It means good luck. They wrap them up in, some kind of cloth, right? But it's a revolutionary when it comes to the gods, right? It's honored. You're being honored, and then it becomes mystical and it becomes magical, right? But it's good luck. That's what it represents. That's why it's kind of like every country has a different system when it comes to gods. They believe in this, they believe in that. That's their custom, right? That's how they believe things. So, and a lot of people do these things because it gives them hope, and that's what it's all about. But no, it's not fake, no. The whole thing with the pyramids and all that, yes, there's a lot of skepticisms and all that. What are pyramids? What's this and what's that? What are pyramids, right? They are connected to the third eye. They are connected to, there's so many levels of history and ancestry. The eye of the lamp, eye of the circle, windows of the soul, right? That's what it is. It's the windows of the soul. Really awesome. I'm realizing that what I see in the daytime atmospheres and communications through line patterns, just like your drawings of the element symbols. Yeah, see, that's the thing too, is that Catherine's going into that, right? So, which is great. And she's seeing it through the drawings. So you, So what do we got here? I think I'm all cut up here. Yeah. So it's a lot of confusion to a lot of people now because, like I said, you're coming into so many different digital systems of the simulation patterns. The electronic magnetic forcing highways of yourself through your algorithms are setting programs on different divisional levels of vibration through ground formations, through your powers and all your crown chakras. Okay. You see different energy. You speak slower. Are you feeling okay? Or is it me? I'm feeling extremely upgraded. No. I'm totally fine. I'm speaking slower because I'm going into the galactic circle of meditation now. Okay. And the thing is, too, is that I'm going through what you're going through. I'm going through the digital frames. You guys are going through digital frames and your perception. My perception is different from yours. But once you understand your plasma, so this is your plasma. See? Look. This is me in space, guys. Right? This is fully, completely my light formation in space. Look how powerful that is. Right? It changes everything through the atmospheres. It changes everything through location. Right? See? Powerful, isn't it? But yeah, I can talk extremely fast. Electronic interference through location centers, activation through algorithm programs, setting algorithms on so many levels of platitude divisions, location standard point divisions of activations, communication line signals are set into ground formation systems. I could talk fast. I just have more balance now. It's, I prefer people trying to understand. If I speak too fast, it's because I'm overlapping and they're not understanding more and more. And they say, slow down. I don't understand what you're saying. So you have to understand that because I'm like this high up and then I have to go down, right, through the galactic circle of meditation, right? So I have to change my frames through my vibrations, right? So. But yeah, you're feeling extremely upgraded because you're getting to more of the digital system of yourself. Once you get into that, everything around you is going to change. Your light formation is going to change. Your algorithm programs are going to change. Your dream set's going to change. Your galactic system of your energy core, anything through solar systems are going to change. Everything through location is going to change. Okay. So, but that's pretty powerful, Yeah, look at that. It's amazing. Look at how powerful that light is. It's incredible, isn't it? See, and it's not even open that much. It's just opening a bit, right? If I open it up more, you can still see it, right? But if I close it completely, right, you can see it through my eyes. See how blue it is? That's how you tell where people are. You'll see a lot of people, check this out. If you go on YouTube and you see light formations or anything that, you'll see the colorations of their eyes. It's reflection from wherever they are through lights. So see if they're red, see if they're green, see if they're blue, see if they're yellow, see if they're pink, right? Then you notice where they are through coloration, through chakra system, through space connection of dimensions. It's amazing when you see these things, right? So check that out. Check that out on some other channels. It's pretty fascinating, especially with somebody with light. You'll see the reflection and where they are through their eyes, right? Because you see mine are blue, right? It's reflection, right? It's connecting through my plasma. It's connecting through my digital frame. It's connecting through my chakra system, through dimension, right? And you can see how powerful the light is. Look at that. Look at that. You got to admit, guys, that's really, really powerful to see my face like this. So that's why I got to stay back, because if I don't stay back, I'm going to be a illumination of a light sky, It's amazing to see these things. So I think we'll get in the galactic circle of meditation. It's almost 12. I got my interview coming up at 1 o'clock with Desi Kadra and Jerome Hele. It's going to be fun. Okay, so getting into the pyramid is very important to understand. Right? We've gone into that. I like to stay with the pyramid and the third eye because the third eye is everything to communication. It's the communication to everything. Now, remember we said we take it out of its equation, right? The eye comes out, right? Now, when the eye comes out, it's going through its realm. We've been through that before, right? Okay. And then it travels to another pyramid. And then it travels to another pyramid. Okay. Remember, everything is joined together. Everything has to be joined together. That's how we get communication to everything. That's how we get programs. That's how we get information. Right? So it travels everywhere. Goes to one pyramid to the next. Okay? All connected from your thoughts. Right? And everything is transported into the sky surface of its pyramids. Okay? So basically, that's its toning waves to all pyramids. It's really, really amazing to see these things, how it connects. Okay? It's incredible when you see these things and you go through the traveling mechanism, and then you go into the GPS, okay, geographical perception systems. So the geographical system is the location where you want to go. Okay, very, very basic. I started off, I think I did a video on higher self. I just did an illustration and you just saw my hand formation, but I was just telling you exactly how it goes through all communications of the audio signals, right? And it has a block interference like this. So for it to go past, it has to understand the magnetic force around it. And then he can go through and then he can see what's going on. He sees planets and all that, right? So it's getting past of everything. So it's kind of like getting out of the dream sequence and getting into the dream set. Because you have the dream sequence, it's played in its mechanisms as a story, right? Now that story becomes extremely real. So it's your life system that's living its presence of its higher self. Okay? For the very first time. So you're going through magnetic doors, you're going through electronic fences, you're going through wall surfaces, you're going through ground formations. Very, very basic stuff. So the higher self is getting used to its GPS location system. Okay? Then it understands everything through communications of its third eye coming out into pyramids. Right? So the higher self has to know everything when it comes to communication through its thoughts, right? Because when it comes out, it becomes its own realm through coloration, through the chakra system that you communicate with. So lights, colors, and communication. Lights, colors, and communication are very important, okay? Understanding the lights, understand the communication of the lights, and understand the communications of the chakras of the colors. Lights, colors, and communication. You start with that, right? And then you get into speed. And then you get into velocity of speed. And then you get into higher forces of speed. And then you get to higher realms of communications of chakras. Then you get into higher realms of communications of intelligence, right? But you all start here with the transformations of the third eye, right here. Get into your GPS, get into your realms, get into your locations of your pyramids. Sonifies your thoughts, calculates, modifies, takes it out of its equation. The pyramid sets its codes out into space interference. Like this, right? Through GPS location system. Okay? So, because the third eye is everything through communication. You guys know that, right? The eye, the lamp. You know? So now you know why pyramids were made. Right? You can learn a lot from that too, because I've pretty much I've been pretty much everywhere in Mexico, you know, and there's reasons why Mexico is the best standing when it comes to communication to everything, because that's where high forces of intelligence comes from, right? I mean, you can communicate anywhere, you know, through your understanding your chakra system. Okay, your 7-point chakra systems of your body frames, the ground formations, the powers, and everything through the crown chakra. So get into the center of the 7. Get into the breathing, you know, get into the breathing, right? Once you get into that, okay, then you get into meditation of thought. Now, the thought of its mind is clear, okay? There's nothing but clarity, and there's no vision. It's just you see nothing, and then you see everything. That's what space is. That's where it goes beyond the belief. When you go beyond the belief, you see everything, right? So it's really, really fully communicating with yourself first, and then you communicate with the higher self. Okay? So you go through the chakra system, you go through the breathing, then you go through the third eye, communication in the mind. So the mind is communicating with the eye is communicating with the reactor is communicating with the soul. But everything that you see in front of you, okay, is everything that you see above you. Okay? So when you close your eyes like this, just close your eyes. Everybody just close their eyes. Very simple. Okay? Now, there should be no mind, no thought, no thinking of anything but space. Nothing but space. Silence is the best medicine. Okay? Now, I'm seeing archetypes, I'm seeing planets, I'm seeing rotation spins, I'm seeing starlights blinking back and forth, I'm seeing plasma energies, I'm seeing map sequences. It's because I'm opening my mind completely, everybody, okay? I'm opening mind completely. It's focused only on space and nothing else, right? I'm not thinking about breakfast, I'm not thinking about my girlfriend, I'm not thinking about my boyfriend, I'm not thinking of my problems. The only thing I'm thinking about right now is not thinking, is knowing nothing. Knowing is everything through its believing cycle. The believing cycle is its inner system, the inner sanction, the inner self, the higher self. Okay? Now I'm communicating through my voice and grids. I'm keeping my eyes closed, right? Now I have balance here, but I can't see. I prefer having my eyes open. But everybody's different through balance, right? So the more you close your eyes, the more you can see, but that's not necessarily true. When you go up to higher levels, your eyes receptors change, and then you can open your eyes and you can see more. You're coming more into space atmospheres. But you first want to start off your chakra system first. And then you want to work towards everything through calculation, modification, and energy through its mass. Take everything out of its equation. See? I closed my eyes for about 10 minutes, right? And I saw everything. So it's going beyond the mind, completely beyond the mind, and not focusing on anything else. Only space, right? Same with the Karate Kid. Like, I'll say that again, right? When he's talking about the tree, the bonsai tree, only think tree. That's it, nothing else. Picture it in your mind, only tree, right? So he closes his eyes, he pictures his mind, he opens his eyes, and then he turns it into a bonsai tree that he created in the mind. So when you're thinking of something, knowing that it is something, just think of one thing, nothing else, space. That's it. If you think of other things, you're not going to be able to see space. Okay? That's a lot of problems with a lot of people because they have that separation with themselves. If you separate from yourself, from your mind, if you separate yourself from your body, if you separate yourself completely, there's a huge problem. Okay? So when you close your eyes, only space. That's it. And it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. And then you put your thoughts in there. If you want to see Archangel Michael, he comes in now, right? You see his wings. He comes down. He says, okay, what do you want? Right? You tell him what you want, right? He gives you that, right? Through his presence. Everything is energy. Everything's energy. Everything you touch, feel, taste, sound, hear, all these senses. So it's putting all those senses in your mind system completely and knowing nothing about space. Everything is space. Okay. So maybe that will help you out a lot better. I think a lot of people are having trouble how to meditate because they say, oh, I close my eyes, but I don't see black. It's because you're only thinking black. You have to go beyond the recognition of everything. So it's kind of like when you close your eyes and you want to see the higher self, this is where it's really interesting. Now, my eyes are closed, but the higher self's eyes are open. That's how I'm able to travel into space and see planets' intelligence and anything through archetype divisions or anything through magnetic force or anything through starlights, blinking lights, spacecrafts, XT1000s, anything through that formation. Because it's extremely powerful when you close your eyes. But once you get to a certain point, you can go up to higher atmospheres and keep your eyes open. Right? So the reason why light formations don't go any higher is because they don't want to understand what's going on with the energy. It's too strong, it's too powerful, they don't understand it. That's why they stay at that level. Right? They keep giving information out. So the higher you go, the more you know. It's that simple. But you gotta just think of space, knowing space. That's all you're communicating with, nothing else, nothing more. You can't change your thoughts when you're meditating. Okay? You can't say, oh, okay, I got this in my mind now. Wait, I got something else now I want to say. Oh, hold on, something else. You can't do that because your mind changes every second. The brain waves is changing right away. And it's going like this. What are you doing? Who are you communicating with? What are you communicating with? You want to communicate with space, but you're not sure. You got hesitation in your mind, right? So you have to flow about yourself. You just close your eyes and let it flow. Breathe in. Really, really, really go right to the gut, right? Go to the grounds and work your way up. So it's the breathing that comes up and out. Up and out. And then when it goes out, your mind opens, space opens, planets open, intelligence open, right? So it's the flowing mechanisms of everything. If you understand the universe, you have to do it within. You start within. And again, that's why we gave you guys the chakra systems, so you can communicate with them. They're energy cells. They're atoms, guys. You're communicating with dimensionals of energy pockets, energy circles, energy rotations, energy shapes. It rotates, spins. It's intelligence. It high rises. It communicates with anything through energy, right? Through space and time. Okay? So, and then when you get into higher positions, you can go into higher formations, into all calculations, because it integrates on so many levels to coloration. So that's a lot of fun too, But I just spent 10 minutes of my time closing my eyes and telling you exactly what you need to do. Right? It's going beyond the meditation of the mind. Right? But you got to do within. Okay? So I think that's good. I got to get ready. I got an hour. I'm going to figure out, everything that has been said will help you out along your journey, will help you along your missions, will help you along anything through energy. Energy is everything. Now, it's understanding the meditation of its energy, where it's coming from. And that's where it's really complicated, especially with a team that's seeing lacing lines and digital systems and platforms of algorithm systems. What does this all mean? How do I put this all together, Commander? And I said, well, you're learning the process, you're learning the intelligence, you're learning your algorithms, you're learning your digital sets. It's all about more understanding of space and how it operates through its communication, right? Of all divisions. So, but, questions or comments, you can go through my emails, consultations or anything like that. Anybody that want to go through Zoom, let me know. I'll set up a schedule, one-on-one, because a lot of people want to do one-on-one. It's important that you guys keep knowing what you're doing and how to get there through the high rises of everything, through communication. All right. So I love you guys very much. This is your Commander from Cyberspace Force Team and the Galactic Circle Meditation. Calling out. Bye, everybody. Don't forget, 1 o'clock. Bridging the round. See you later.